haters, all they do is watch. He doing all this shit. I'm finna go out to LA next week, shoot a whole nother TV show. Yeah. All my haters, all they do is watch. He doing all this shit. I'm finna go out to LA next week, shoot a whole nother TV show. Yeah. What I'm doing don't even make no sense, man. I'm on 3 networks. I'm on in the daytime with a talk show, daytime with a game show, nighttime with a game show, and nighttime with another primetime show, and nighttime with another primetime show. And got another one I'm finna do, and just got clearance from Fremantle. Finna do another show that Mark Burnett came to me with called Dream Funder. I'm gonna make people's dreams come true. I'm finna do another show. Do you know what they keep telling me? You can't do that, you overexposing yourself. You know what they told me? You overexposing yourself. You know what I said to them? When I'm in Africa, Dubai, Australia, or Maldives, I see the Nike swoosh. Wow. Wow. Everywhere I go, I see Nike swoosh. And they still buying them goddamn shoes.
Yes, sir.
How was y'all weekend? What y'all get into? What y'all fall out of? Where you still at? Where you stuck? Where you progressing? Where you growing, baby? Talk to me. You know we gonna talk back. Can't start this thing without giving all praise due to the Most High. Our God, your God, my God. Thank God for today. We're going to breathe deep. We're going to let it all out. Yesterday was yesterday, today is today, and we're going to make the most of it because every day is great. Welcome to LessWork Literature, where we bring you the story shaping music, media, and culture. Today we're diving into the shocking arrest of Big U. And I do mean shocking. He's a well-known music executive, community activist, but turned alleged crime boss. And we gonna break it all down today, right about.
Anytime you want to do movies in the hood, just check it in. We can make sure it's done. Movies, videos. But if you don't check it in,
oh well, it's gonna check your ass out.
we gonna check you in, all right. We gonna check in all of your equipment. we gonna check in all of your.
Who is Big U? It's a great question. Eugene Big U Henley, a South LA figure known for his ties to the rolling 60s and his influence in hip hop. His public persona versus the indictment, a community leader who allegedly ran a criminal empire behind the scenes. Let's talk about the RICO charges. Like, what is he even accused of?
Legal activities, including extortion, robbery, murder, human trafficking, wire fraud, bank fraud, and other financial crimes.
Trafficking and illegal gambling. The 2021 murder of an aspiring rapper, R.W. Them the initials they use. Who is R.W.?
Authorities say Henley murdered an aspiring musician in January of 2021 in Las Vegas and disposed of his body off of Interstate 15.
They cracking down. The music industry and gang culture connection. Or is it? See the blurred lines between industry success and street affiliations. See, people always say, man, you can't have one foot out and one foot in a game like that. And you really can't. You really need to be all in or all out. This is not a place for part-time nothing. You need to be full-time on everything, bro. Like, ain't nobody coming to play with y'all. How Big U leveraged his reputation to build a network within entertainment.
Eugene Henley, or Big U, is known as an anti-gang activist, but authorities say he is everything but that.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles.
Legal activities, including extortion, robbery, murder, human trafficking, wire fraud, bank.
All right, and that's another topic right there too, because like Big U, I learned of him through Nipsey Hussle. Obviously, this was like in his beginning of his career. Bullets ain't got no names. Like he was saying stuff like,
Steve is cool, but I heard Big U's an animal.
Big U, animal, that's the same person.
What they was talking about, we just did what we had to do.
So like, Nip was looking for a way into the music industry, but he still had this reputation as being affiliated, right? So the best way he can get in was through affiliating himself with one of the most feared and respected unfortunate gang members.
Do you find it difficult to keep up the relationships in your local community?
You know, you got a lot of people that feel
entitled to your success on their time frame. Because a lot of times in my situation, I had plans to do for a lot of people that helped me, but it just wasn't on their time frame. It's a process. You gotta, over time, hopefully you don't go to jail reacting emotionally in the process of evolving into your success. Sometimes it'll knock on your door. Like we got into it recently, we had an altercation, you know what I'm saying, with some people we used to do business with. It was all over the internet and all that, but the bottom line with that was, you know, it became a situation that couldn't be avoided. You know what I mean? It had to be addressed. Because, you know what I'm saying, you wanna live life in the direction of where you're going, and you wanna, the person you're trying to become, you wanna live like that today. To be, you know, a legendary artist. So you have to live like that today. Or if you want to be a nigga that got life in jail, or that got 100 years, or that on the run from the police, you can live like that today. But what you do is going, you know what I'm saying, it's going to dictate what happens in the future.
What's wrong with contracts? What's wrong with doing great business, right? You can't get comfortable extorting people, man. Like, it ain't gonna work, right? And at the height of Nipsey Hussle career like that, and then he passed, it's like, I ain't saying you had nothing to do with it, but it just don't look good with all these new allegations is what I'm saying.
I mean, you know, motherfuckers gonna say what they gonna say. It is what it is. We all eating, we all getting money, my nigga. I'm in a good position. I'm happy. We got our foot in the door. You know what I mean? The big homie made his position felt. You know what I'm saying? Been putting money in the nigga pocket. Niggas automatically want to make an assumption. Oh, that's that Suge Knight shit. At the end of the day, cause we Crips, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mutual understanding as homeboys before this money and this music shit.
Do we sit? Is he gonna be charged? When is the court date? Like, don't nobody know. We just waiting this thing out.
There have been some reports that have been suggesting that the trial could start as early as next month, which to me sounds just completely insane. But do you think that's actually plausible?
I was a bit surprised to say this case is scheduled for trial in such a short window of time. However, I also understand that as a defense attorney and as a defense strategy, sometimes you want to push the government or the prosecutor to trial quickly.
Think it's over?
It's like he forgot what he was doing was illegal. You know, I mean, and it's total self-snitching. And every one of these videos, every one of these Instagram posts, every one of these, you know, you gotta check in or it's gonna get hot, you know, all that is gonna bite him in the ass. This is happening all over the country. It happened in Atlanta, and we know what happened there. The prosecutor fucked that case up royally. And Young Thug had just amazing lawyers. All these guys go to prison. You're in a gang, guess what? You're going to prison or you're gonna die, one of the two.
The potential impact on gang intervention programs in LA has to be substantial still, right? I don't think this should make people waver from, you know, want to start organizations or programs that are front facing to the youth.
When it comes to public money, this could not come at a worse time. Remember, state and local governments, including the city of LA, are looking at a major budget shortfall. They normally ask Washington for help. This news is not going to aid that effort.
The criminal enterprise where hundreds of thousands of dollars were siphoned off that should have gone to charitable purposes, gang reduction, gang intervention.
The news comes exactly at the wrong time for those trying to halt the evisceration of federal spending by the...
You know what I'm saying? It's just the way the gangs is ran.
We
can talk about the fallout,
elevated my family,
industry figures connected to them.
Come back, sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. You can't, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash.
Yeah, because he's facing life in prison, and not even just life in prison, a statutory max sentence of life in prison.
Yeah, federal charges and convictions come with heavy penalties. That's why the weight of the federal government, when it's leaning on you as the criminal defendant, or if you're the criminal defense attorney, is punishing. Because especially for people who have prior convictions, you have the risk of being declared a career criminal, which in and of itself invokes a mandatory minimum of decades of time. And
if you keep putting this type of, imagery or lifestyle in my face, all I'm going to know as I grow up is that. Subconsciously, consciously, it doesn't matter. That's all I will know. So if you give me more options, at least you give me that to choose from, right? But if it's nothing there for the community, for the youth, it's expected for them to be gang members, you know? And your affiliations is based off your address. Imagine that. Being a shorty with your mind right, mama then forced you to get up, put all your clothes on, and then you out the house, mad as ever, walking to school. And then somebody come up on you, hey, where you from, cuz? I don't bang. Oh, you don't bang? Where you from? Where your mama from? Where your brother from? Where your daddy from? Pressing you down. You gonna get irritated to the point where you either gonna sock them or they gonna sock you. And then, based off how it goes down, you got a reputation now. Oh, that's the dude from such and such. Ooh, he got into it with such and such. Yeah, he cool. He from the gang. Put him down. Now you feeling like you belong somewhere. And you got to do trials and tribulations. You know, you might lose time on your life. That's not cool, bro. That ain't what we doing, bro.
Man, I was talking to people, you know, my team a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, you know, they was like, yeah, you do a lot for the community. But I'm like, you know, it can look like that, but you got to remember that I used to sell my mixtapes out the trunk on Crenshaw and Slauson. So who you think was buying my mixtapes first?
What this case means for the future federal crackdowns on street gangs and entertainment. To be honest, man, I think it's all in cahoots, bro. Some of these bloggers be asking questions like they doing detective work for the feds and all that, bro. So Big U kind of put himself in the mix when he made that show Checking In.
You better check it in.
Check it in. How about this? My man, Mr. Jim.
Thank you. Thank you.
Legendary Ice-T. Without, further ado, man, who the fuck is OT Genesis? Checking in, Mr. Shaquille O'Neal. Checking in with Big U.
We reflect back on like where we really came from.
Checking in with Stephen A. Smith.
Say, where you from in Brooklyn? I'm from the Stop.
Checking in with Big U. Big Joe. The check-in show. Remy Ma.
Like, bro, that's the wrong thing to name the show, bro. You don't think the feds know what checking in mean, bro? That's extortion at its finest. So it make it seem like everybody you brought on that show was extorted to come there. They had to check in. You just happen to record they check in, bro. That's bogus, bro. Like, you don't do that to men, bro. I don't know who Big U crossed, man, who he told no, who he pissed off, bro. But, like, somebody cracking down on this dude, like, whoo, crazy work. Hey, at LessWork Lifestyle, we're always bringing you the real. Uncut, unfiltered, and straight to the point. Make sure you like, comment, and please subscribe for more deeper dives into music, media, and the stories that matter the most. If I could do it with anybody, I want to do it with you. You should be here. Maybe next time we'll get you a seat. Maybe to the left, maybe to the right. But we gonna get you in here. I am one of many, and I'm signing off. Look, one of many. We the wave, not the wave, only no names denying it. Gave you the foundation, you took the credit anonymous. Tell you the truth, you should know who you've been honoring. Frauds and sillies, they all some mini-me's.